Good morning students. In today's video we are going to continue our chapter number 6, measurement of physical quantities, science, class 7. In the previous video we have learned that what is the difference between distance and displacement, meaning of distance and displacement. In today's video we are going to see the difference between scalar and vector quantities. So let us start the video. So here we will discuss what is the difference between the scalar and vector quantities. So let us come to scalar quantities. Scalar quantities are only defined by magnitude and not the direction. So in scalar quantities we use only magnitude and not the direction. What do you mean by magnitude? Magnitude means numbers. So you have seen in the example is distance. That means distance we only write magnitude, number, and not the direction. And second example is mass. So in this also only we use number and we don't use direction. So this type of quantities are called as scalar quantities. So example is distance and mass. Now we will move on to the vector quantities. Vector quantities are the opposite of scalar quantities. Vector quantities are defined by both magnitude and direction. Magnitude means number. So it means that it has number also and it has direction also. So example is displacement and weight. So you have to write number also and you have to write direction also. So example is displacement and weight. So you have already learned what is distance and what is displacement. So the example is distance. Distance comes under scalar quantity and displacement is vector quantity. One more example is there of vector quantity, that is weight. So weight we are going to learn after few minutes. Now students, we are going to see the meaning of our chapter name, that is measurement of physical quantities. So let us focus on the word physical. So a physical quantity is a property of an object that can be measured. It means that of any object, what is the property which we can measure? Property means khubia. So a physical quantity is a property of an object that can be measured, so which we can measure. Let's take an example. So we have ice cream over here, and if I ask you how can we measure this ice cream? But for measuring this ice cream we have different instruments. So now you have to think and decide that which instrument is suitable for measuring this ice cream, or how can we measure this ice cream cone. If we have been given different measuring instruments, so how can we measure this ice cream cone? So we are going to see how we can measure this ice cream cone. Suppose I give you a weighing machine. So we can put this ice cream cone on this weighing machine and we can measure the weight of the ice cream. So what we'll get is the weight of the ice cream. So this is how we can calculate the mass of the ice cream. Vazan means mass. So in science we say mass means weight. Now we have is scale. So second instrument which we have to measure the ice cream is scale. Now how we can use the scale to measure the ice cream? So we can measure the height of the ice cream by the scale. Okay students? So basically we can measure the length of the ice cream. And lastly we have is thermometer. So what we can measure? So we can measure the temperature of this ice cream by using the thermometer, whether the ice cream is hot or cold. So let us come back to what is physical quantities. So some of the physical quantities are mass, length, temperature, time, etc. So in the previous example we came to know that some of the physical quantities of the ice cream are mass, length, temperature, etc. So from this we can find out or we can measure the property of any object. One more example is there, time. So time can also be measured and it comes under the physical quantity. How? Because there is a time duration or we can say manufacturing date or expiry date of an ice cream. So this is how we can measure time also. So some of the physical quantities are mass, length, temperature, time, etc. So all these properties of an object which can be measured is called as physical quantity. So physical quantities includes mass, length, temperature, time, etc. So now we are going to recall what is scalar quantity and what is vector quantity. So scalar quantity has only magnitude, whereas vector quantity has magnitude and direction. So I have already explained you that magnitude means only number. So distance has only number. So we have already learned about distance and displacement, and we know that scalar quantity and vector quantity, the example of scalar and vector quantity. So here you can see there are examples also given, 20 kilometer, 300 meter, etc. in scalar quantity. So distance will come under scalar quantity. So on the other hand we have vector quantity. Vector quantity can be defined as magnitude and direction. So which has magnitude as well as direction. So you can see example 20 kilometer north. So 20 kilometer is 20 means number and north is direction. So here magnitude as well as direction is required to write vector quantity. Second example is 300 meter southwest. So in this also magnitude is there and direction is also there. Now students, we are going to see a completely new topic. So we are going to learn what is the difference between mass and weight. So we'll be able to differentiate between mass and weight. So what is the difference between mass and weight, that we are going to learn now. So students, remember that mass and weight both are completely different topic. In Hindi we say wazan as mass. So mass means weight or wazan, but weight is completely different topic. So we are going to see what is the difference between mass and weight. So students, let us quickly watch the video, then we'll come to know the difference between mass and weight. So students, here are some footage of astronauts, real footage of astronauts on moon. So astronauts are there on the moon. In this video you can see them they are moving from here and there. So this is a fun fact that the suits which these astronauts wear, mass is about 127 kilograms. So these astronauts are moving freely, or we can say moving very easily from one place to another, and the weight of their suit is near about 127 kilograms. Now imagine that you are on the earth and you have your own body mass. So you are on the earth and you have your own body mass, and you are wearing a suit which has a mass of 127 kilograms. So tell me, it will be easy for you to walk on the earth, or it will be difficult for you to walk on the earth with the mass of the suit with 127 kilograms? So it's clear that obviously it will not be easy for us to walk on the earth with wearing a suit which is of mass 127 kilograms. But as you can see in this video, the astronauts on the moon were jumping and moving easily from one place to another. So on moon they were moving easily. Why is it so? But you might have heard that on the moon the weight is less on the moon as compared to the earth. This is why, because moon is smaller than the earth. So the gravitational force is also less on the moon as compared to the earth. So because of the less gravitational force, the object feels lighter and move freely from one place to another. So now we have already seen the video. Now we will see, or we are going to learn, what is mass and what is weight. So what is mass? The quantity of matter in a body is called mass. So it means that whatever substance or whatever matter which is present in your body, if we add it or if we calculate it, what we'll get is mass. So the quantity of matter in your body, how much matter is present, that is called as mass. So how do you measure this mass? You measure this mass with the help of the weighing machine. So the second point is, mass of any object is constant. So what does this mean? It means that your mass on the earth or your mass on the moon will be same. Constant means same. So the mass will be same on the moon as well as on the earth. So if the mass of your body is 50 kg on the earth, so it will be same on the moon. It will remain same on any other planet, because mass is the matter in your body. So it cannot be changed from one planet to or other planets. So it means that mass always remains same wherever you go on this universe. So next point is, it is measured in kilograms. So we can measure the mass in the kilograms. So unit of mass is kilogram. So next point is it is a scalar quantity. So scalar quantity, you already have learned what is scalar quantity. That means it will be having only magnitude and not the direction. So it will be written only in the form of number. So now we are going to see what is weight. We have already learned mass. Now we are going to learn weight. So the force by which earth attracts an object is called its weight. So weight, what is weight? Weight is a force by which we are attracted towards the earth. So the force by which the earth attracts. So which force is used by the earth to attract any object? It is gravitational force. So we have already learned what is gravitational force in our previous class. So weight means gravitational force. So due to the gravity, weight can change from one planet to another because they have different gravity, and on earth there is different gravity, even in moon there is different gravity. So now you know that weight means gravitational force. So weight of an object is different on different planet because the planets have different gravitational force. So that's why weight will also shuffle, or weight will also change on different planets. So students, next point is weight is measured in newtons. So it is denoted by letter N. So mass is measured in kilograms, but weight is measured in newtons. So we have different unit to measure weight, that is newtons. And last point is it is a vector quantity, means it has magnitude as well as direction. So from this topic, from these points, it is clear that weight is a gravitational force. So here you can see in the diagram, you can see in the picture which is in the top, the man is attracted towards the earth. So it means that weight has gravitational force, and it is because of the gravitational force we are attracted towards the earth. So let's learn what is the relationship between mass and weight. So what is the relation between mass and weight? So if I give you mass, so how you are going to calculate the weight, that we are going to study now. So formula we have, so the formula is W is equals to M into G, where W is weight in newtons. So W is the weight, M is equals to mass in kilograms. So M is the mass and G is the acceleration due to gravity. So G is acceleration due to gravity, that means gravitational force. So students, whenever you are going to solve the question, you will be given G. So do not worry about the G. So here you can see in the table, G is different in different places. So on earth, G is, or gravity is 10. Then again you can see on moon gravity is 1.6, and in space it is 0. So there is no gravity.